Is Are you looking for healthcare that's personalized and empowering? Sakura Women's Health provides holistic care and enables you to take charge of your health goals. Doctors Winston and Renee Alexis, along with nurse practitioner Monique Alexis, collaborates to provide patient care based on evidence and years of experience. Sakura Women's Health offers well visits, prenatal care, physicals, STD testings, and so much more. For more information on our services, do visit our website at www.sakurawomenshealth.com. That's www.sakurawomenshealth.com. We're conveniently located at 150 Northwest 70th Avenue, Suite 7, Plantation. Or call us at 954-452-4377 or 954-850-2344. Don't delay. Come on in today and let's start your health journey.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of year again. Culture College celebrates his Earth Strong. Black Culture Entertainment and Flavors Entertainment presents Leroy Sibbles and Friends. I'm talking about Leroy Sibbles, Michael Russell, Empress Unique, Jati and the birthday boy himself, Culture Collie, live inside of the Garden, 4340 North State Road 7 in Lauderdale Lakes. Saturday, April 23rd. Doors open at 7 p.m. Showtime's 9 p.m. sharp. $35 in advance, $40 at the door. Get your tickets at Rainbow Records or Sam's West Indian Grocery. Leroy Sibbles and Friends celebrating Culture Collie's Earth Strong. You can't miss this.
Hold on, mate. You're talking about Leroy Sibbles from the Eptones, innit? Them man, they's legendary, man. Them man, they play bass on the national anthem, king. And then you got Michael Russell. Them man said, treat you like that is big tune. You know what I mean?
Culture Collie's birthday bash inside of the Garden, Saturday, April 23rd. Music by DJ Marlon and Martel the Mixer, hosted by John T of WAVS Radio.
Bigger man thing. Are you just gonna cut me off like that? So unprofessional, innit? Yo, I see your finger. Don't fade me out, man. Don't fade me out.
Come make me tell you about the things them way I want, sir. Back in the days when the dancer used to want, sir. When Clinton Lindsay used to bust them, make them want, sir. Whole heap of artists Clinton bring come up America. Some never know say Clinton Lindsay a promoter. Bring up the biggest set of artists from Jamaica. Like Super Cat and Mr. Early be the doctor. Whole heap of artists over them me can't remember. Who can remember when them used to keep Jamaica? The kind of show that used to give out of our water to reggae artists around the world and from Jamaica. New York City where him used to do the radio.
Gender issues, equality, identity, freedom, education, awareness, justice, rights. What's going on at FLEXX? Sex at 6 with your hosts Gabby Flex and Jamie Flex, bringing you all the sexual health and education, keeping it real and relevant, keeping you informed while always encouraging you to get tested. Honor your partner's experience by being in the know, and what a better way to do this than the Sex at 6 show. Each and every Wednesday with new topics and surprise guests. We debunk myths, provide answers to your questions. So be sure to stay involved and stay tuned in to FLEXX FM, the best FM. Tell a friend to tell a friend so they can tune in too. Each and every Wednesday on FlexFM.online and FLEXX FM on Facebook.
Well, Maxi Motors, place where you can buy affordable car on a budget. We do financing. We have a buy here, pay here program just for you. Most credit score is acceptable. The difference between Well Maxi Motors and others, we export your car to any Caribbean island. You can stop on in at any one of our locations and talk with one of our reps. We are conveniently located at 553 Northeast 28 Court, Pompano Beach. That's in Florida. That's 553 Northeast 28 Court, Pompano Beach. For more information and details on Well Maxi Motors, You can call us at 954-214-2071. That's 954-214-2071. Or go to our website at www.wellmaximotors.com. It's Well Maxi Motors. We take the hustle out of your car buying experience.
It's time for Caribbean News, covering current events from around the world, regionally and locally, with Sean Garrity on this station. It's news the Caribbean can use. And now, the details. Guyana's prosperity must be shared with all, says President Ali. Guyana's President Dr. Ifran Ali says living in Guyana must be prosperous for everyone. In a message to mark the month of Ramadan, the holiest month of the Islamic calendar, Ali told the nation that Guyana's newfound prosperity must be shared with all. In the message to Guyanese at home, in the diaspora, and Muslims across the world, the president said Ramadan is also a time to reflect on the great gifts our Creator has bestowed upon us and use those gifts for our upliftment and for the common good of all humanity. The president said Guyana is perched for sustained prosperity, but our material wealth must be matched with an overflowing spirit of generosity. Otherwise, we'll be rich in possessions but poor in spirit. We must neither be a rich nation with poor people nor a nation of rich people who are wanting in generosity. Colombian man pleads not guilty to conspiring to kill Haiti's Moise. A former Colombian soldier pleaded not guilty on Monday to charges by U.S. prosecutors that he conspired to commit murder or kidnapping outside the United States in connection with the assassination of Haitian President Jovenel Moise. The U.S. Justice Department in January said Mario Palacios was part of a plan initially designed to kidnap Moise that evolved into an assassination plot after conspirators were unable to find a plane to take Moise out of Haiti. Palacios' attorney Alfredo Izaguirre, in a brief hearing in the United States District Court for the Southern District of Florida, entered the not guilty plea and later told reporters that Palacios was not aware of what was being planned. He is simply a soldier who was taken from Colombia to Haiti, said Izaguirre outside the courthouse. This was orchestrated by other people. Moise was assassinated at his residence in Port-au-Prince on July 7, 2021. He was shot 12 times.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Funtastic DJs. For all your entertainment needs, it's funtasticdjs.com.
In entertainment, Skillibeng whops London's O2 Forum. Skillibeng turned up the heat at the O2 Forum in London. The dancehall artist 25 was well received by a horde of eager British East Side fans when he hit the O2 stage. Wop Wop, his latest release, was one of the night's biggest crowd pleasers, causing the entire theater to sing along with his very controversial lyrics. This was the Crocodile Teeth artist's first performance in the UK and an evidently highly anticipated one. The DJ performed all of the hit songs from his growing catalog, including Piano, Badman, Hot, and Bad Every Day, but his breakout tracks, Brick Pump Brick and Crocodile Teeth, were the most reactive. In business, Amazon's new union demands contract talks in May. The union that Amazon.com workers recently voted to represent them has demanded the company start bargaining in early May and cease any changes to employment terms at their warehouse in the interim, according to a letter the group issued Saturday on Twitter. This report produced by Chris Dignam.
The first union of Amazon warehouse workers in history isn't wasting time. Just a day after forming, it sent a letter to the e-commerce giant demanding it begin contract negotiations next month. In the meantime, it said Amazon must, quote, cease and desist any changes to work policies at their New York City warehouse. That's according to a press release posted on Twitter late Saturday night saying, quote, workers denounce any attempt by Amazon to delay our hard-won right to bargain collectively. The union also asserted that Amazon must respect each worker's legal right to union representation during disciplinary meetings. Amazon did not immediately comment.
We want to thank Jeff Bezos for going to space, because when he was up there, we were signing people up. We was down there, campaign.
Led by union organizer Christian Smalls, some 55% of workers voted on Friday to make their Staten Island Fulfillment Center, known as JFK 8, Amazon's first unionized work site in the United States. Afterward, the second largest U.S. private employer said it may file objections before the vote is certified based on what it called inappropriate and undue influence by the National Labor Relations Board. The vote represented a victory for U.S. organized labor and a milestone for labor advocates who for years have considered Amazon's labor practices a threat to workers.
Our modern life.
And in sports, South Africa claimed victory as Maharaj Harmer put Bangladesh in a spin. Left-arm spinner Keshav Maharaj took 7 wickets as South Africa made light work of bowling Bangladesh out for 53 in 19 overs in their second innings to claim a 220-run victory in the first test at Kingsmead on Monday. It was the lowest test innings total at Kingsmead, less than the 66 India made in 1996. Bangladesh had been set a target of 274 for the win, but resumed on 11 for 3 and were bowled out inside 55 minutes. Maharaj took 7 for 32 and fellow spinner Simon Harner 3 for 21 to complete a dominant performance for the home side, who were missing 5 first-team regulars that have opted to play in the Indian Premier League, including their entire frontline pace attack. And your Palm Beach weather: partly cloudy, a stray shower or thunderstorms is possible, a high of 84 degrees. Winds from the south-southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Then at night, partly cloudy with a low of 74 degrees. Winds south at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And in Fort Lauderdale, partly cloudy skies, a stray shower or thunderstorms possible, a high near 85 degrees. Winds south-southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Now, partly cloudy skies at night with a low around 75 degrees. Winds coming from the south-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. And that was the news, entertainment, and sports with Sean Garrity. Be sure to stay tuned to this station for more news from around the world, locally, and the Caribbean.
In a world where one station see the needs to give back to its people, that's FLEXX.
I've had dreams that weren't just dreams.
Grab some popcorn, drinks, and the family, and log on to FLEXFM.online each and every Monday at 8 p.m. for Movie Monday.
House Atreides, there is no call we do not answer. There is no faith that we betray.
Smile, Gurney. I am smiling.
That's every Monday at 8 p.m. Watch a movie with us for a chance to win some amazing prizes on FLEXFM.online.
The only thing that matters to you is still here. I know it's why you're still fighting and why you will never give up.
It's Movie Mondays on FLEXFM.
The hell are you supposed to be?
I'm vengeance.
Station that matters.
It's that time of year. It's tax time. Do you know where to get your taxes done? Don't worry. Blair's Management Tax and Accounting Services is the place for you. This is Nigel Blair. With over 26 years of experience in the tax and accounting field, we have what it takes to prepare your taxes the right way and to make sure you take advantages of all your tax deduction and all your tax credits and get you back the maximum amount of refunds possible. So don't delay. Call us today at 954-934-5700. That's 954-934-5700.
Greetings from Galaxy Flex family. My name is Jamie Flex. Honored to co-host Sex at 6 with Gabby Flex, where we educate, empower, and entertain. Tune in every Wednesday, hump day, for Sex at 6 on Flex FM. Thank you.
I'm Nigel Blair, studio host for FLEXX FM Sports, coverage of CASA, Caribbean America's Soccer Association League. Don't forget to subscribe to watch highlights all season long, and to be sure to tune in every Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on FLEXX FM Sports for live coverage of all matches.
From BMG Tax and Accounting Services. Whether you're a small business owner, a manager at a medium-sized corporation, or a self-employed freelancer, the team at BMG Tax and Accounting Services is here for you. We offer comprehensive bookkeeping and tax services designed to keep your finances in check. Keeping track of your finances take a fair amount of time, energy, and patience, and you probably have a lot of other things on your plate. So don't struggle to keep up with all that number crunching and paperwork. Our bookkeeping services are designed to make your life easier so you can focus on what you do best. At BMG, we're dedicated to client satisfaction, and we're prepared to go the extra miles to earn your business and trust. We pride ourselves on attention to detail in all that we do, and we're ready to put our skills and knowledge to work for you. For more information about our services or to schedule a consultation.
The following program contains language and scenes that some viewers might find objectionable. Discretion in viewing is advised.
See them a jump from side to side like them a bullfrog, man. Yeah, me have me eye on them. Come on, me have me eye on them. People me love hurt me for real, and the pain when me feel me no want it again. So I don't trust nobody who's friends with everybody. We and everybody can go. We and everybody can flex. You know the truth. Trust is something where you can't get to everybody. Me and my family, them good. And if you no red, we no red. You know how the straps go. How you feel say we a friend. And you broke bread with me enemy them. And you a pop champagne with man with 7 for dead. Little Judas, you know, say something wrong with your head. Oh God, and then I tell man about business. And you're no business, but people business. Just your business is loyalty of my business. That before me sell out, move out. Cause I don't trust nobody who's friends with everybody. We and everybody can go. We and everybody can flex. You know the strips. Trust is something where you can't get to everybody. Me and my family, them good. Oh, if you're not red, we no red. You know how the straps go. Now listen up, yes, yes. Sometimes you have to disrespect them to get respect. With all respect, you can't want good with everybody. You have to know to keep yourself in check, yeah. And keep the real ones by your side. Never you sell out your pride. Even if you think it's a go better your life, take me advice. Never trust nobody who's friends with everybody. We and everybody can go. We and everybody can flex. You know it, you know. Trust is something where you can't get to everybody. Me and my family, them good. Now if you no red, we no red. You know how the stress go. See when me tell you me love you, you know some of mean it. You know I do. But wear me heart from my sleeve, me no hide my feelings. Gerard Taboo don't tell you, God knows some feel it. If them did they would have seen it. Them never trust nobody who's friends with everybody. That friendship they can't go. Me and everybody can flex. Me and everybody can cool. Trust is something where you can't get to everybody. Me Tell me. Warm to friendship, real friendship. Yo, if you know you're not real, me no want the friendship, but you a sell me. Move from near me.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Lunch with TC, The Naked Truth. I am your captain speaking. It's a beautiful day, as you can see on the outside. It's very nice. Sometimes you get a little bit overcast. Sometimes you get some lightning warning. Sometimes you get some thunderstorm. Sometimes you get some hot day like today. But hey, it's South Florida for you. Welcome to Lunch with TC, The Naked Truth. I want to say a blessed good afternoon to everyone who currently got it locked in, everyone who actually hit that share button, somebody who hit that like button, somebody who hit that subscription on YouTube, and somebody who hit that notification bell to be notified every time we go live. Thank you so very much. I know you could have done that with every other platform. You choose to do it with us. I really appreciate you. My peoples, FLEXFM.online, that's what we're praying. We are prayed big time. So I ask you to enjoy the show from FLEXFM.online. Reason why, sometimes when we come here with some topics, it's like we cannot get the message across to all we want to get it across. The naked way, the raw way. So because of the whole censorship and community guideline and all these things, then if we say what is rightfully need to be said, we have been mute, censored, delete, you name it, on all those other platforms that we're live streaming on. You have a lot of people out there, they're so much taken up into the social media platforms such as YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and all these other things, TikTok, you name it. You know, that's their choice of viewing it. Hence why we're actually there, because it's their choice. But I'm saying to you, if you really want to get the true essence of this show, FLEXFM.online is the place to be. It is FLEXX FM.online. Again, FLEXXFM.online. We spell the flex with 2X. Spell it right, you may get it wrong. Spell it wrong, who knows, you may get it right. And if you spell it wrong, you simply mean you use 2 X's. And of course, anybody want Bex, make them Bex. Just know, say, you are flex. For real. All right. So, now that we have gotten those information out the way, thank you, Sean Garrity, for giving us an update of what's happening in and around our community with the news. And of course, the headlines of the news, I hear some things. But one of the things that strikes me about listening to yesterday's news, it's the Grammy Awards. A lot of people are, and I understand where they're coming from and the position that they took when they don't understand how is it a band that they have never heard about before, which is Soulja, that has won the 2022 Grammy Awards for the reggae album category. Now, here's what I'd like to tell those persons. I'd like to tell those persons this, that yes, it's not an award show that was instrumentally organized by Jamaica for Jamaicans. It's an international award show that awarded many different genres. Some people are on the other side of the fence saying that we are grateful to be a part of such prestige award and that we can be recognized. But here we go again with the Willie Lynch syndrome. Yes, I don't think that the organization, even if they have 1, 2, or 3 Jamaicans on the board, the Grammy Reggae board, really and truly understand how the true Jamaicans feel, or how they felt when the result came out, and that it was Soulja who walked away with it. My thing is to ask the question, what is it that the board is looking for? What is it that the organization want to hear? What are they listening for? What do they want to see from our artists? I really don't think that they take our artists serious. The only artists them take serious is the one that you see consistently stay on the Billboard chart, even now at the #1 spot. We're talking about Shaggy, because Shensia, and listen, it's the reggae Billboard too, you know. It's not just the Billboard Top 100, you know. It's the reggae Billboard. A man who has died over almost 40-something years now, and still hold the #1 spot, while the living artists them, like Shensia, hold #2 on it for reggae album. No. What is it that they're looking for? What is it that they want to hear in order for you to be qualified to be on the chart, 1 or 2, to get that respect that is truly deserved in the music genre fraternity? I am looking at a few things. I am looking at the production, the work that goes into it. I'm looking at record sales. I'm looking at, we're in a digital era now, so I'm looking at streaming. There's multiple elements that I am looking at that maybe the average person not looking at. They're just looking at it, say it's reggae, so it's Jamaican should be. But reggae is just a genre that anybody can use. It's just like hip hop. You have seen Nicki Minaj, who is a prominently Trinidadian, who has gotten a Grammy for hip hop. Nobody complains about that, right? We have seen Rihanna, who is a Bayesian, who have gotten a Grammy for what, R&B pop. Nobody complains about that. I am still waiting because I know soca is a genre. And I yet to see the Grammy Awards acknowledge the genre. So it gives soca artists something to work for. I look forward to at the end of the year, the beginning of the year. I'm just saying, let's call a spade a spade. There's other genres out there that is not been recognized on that board. So I understand when the artists are somebody who understand the business, say that we are grateful for the organization, which is the Grammy organization, of course, to at least acknowledge us, to give us a space on the platform so we too can be recognized and honored for the work that we've been putting in. Now, congratulations to Soja. Congratulations to every artist that is not Jamaican. Their nationality is far from Jamaican, but their choice of genre is reggae. Congratulations to all of you, because what you have done is help to move the needle up another notch. Yes. So we have to say maximum respect to those artists. We have seen UB40 take reggae music and bring it on an international level. So therefore, when a man really and truly hear a man like Toots and the Maytals, on the same show with UB40, them can say, yo, this is the real deal. For reggae and artists that has been traveling the world, and I have gone to so many shows worldwide, and I've seen so many acts, doing reggae music, and the response that they're getting and the way that they're covering reggae music. I know that reggae music is a genre that will be covered by many. I have heard so many persons, so many artists, name brand artists. When you listen carefully, you can tell, hey, that's reggae. Hey, we really move the needle, We really and truly move the needle. Of late, how many movies have you been watching? And the soundtrack has to have at least one reggae music in it. How many times, especially lately? I remember once upon a time, here's what I am thirst for. I am thirst for, if you are going to produce a movie, don't play reggae. Now don't play Jamaicans, period. I hate it, and I use the word hate, and you may say it's a powerful word, but listen, I hate it when I am watching a movie and see a Caucasian guy dressed up in a Rasta wig. Whoa, go on, man. And the accent is way over there and he's way over here. I hate that. I know that Jamaica has so many talents out there that you with your money can spend billions on one act. Because some of the reasons why you hear a movie budget is in the millions, because one artist I get 100 mil and the next artist I get 50 and so forth, See, at them say you can't use one mil. Or better yet, we're not greedy like that. With our people, and we can't tell about them. As long as them come in a major film, that good for the recommendation. That good for the resume. That's all them want. Now, you're going to tell me, say, you can't find one here, then take a trip to Jamaica, man. Then if you create a movie and you want a certain scene, you know, fly the whole cast go there. That no cost. So you can't take a one trip to Jamaica and just say, yo, we have a little, what do you call it now? Where you have a roll call where you get a whole heap of actors and you choose the one that you want that best fit the scene. You give everybody the scene for play, and the one that played the best, that's the one you're going to give a work permit to come over. And it's opportunity for the youths them in Jamaica. So, but then again, I tell you this, if we don't get up and stand up for cause of such, then they will always use the watered down Caucasian guy for put on a wig, go get a suntan and play the role. Them feel like is a Jamaican. Or you're going to write a script that has a Jamaican scene in it, and you don't fly to Jamaica to actually capture the authenticity of that scene, or get somebody who will actually speak the language. How are you going to do that? You can't green screen that in a bossy. No. No. That is what we need to stand up for. As well as our music. We need to stand up and let them know they need to put some respect on our music. Our music is the only genre of music that has so many branches that stem off it. Trust and believe it. Reggae music is the only music genre. It's like, it's black. It is black. You know, it's like you have a black male sleep with any race and you get a black baby from it. It doesn't matter if it come out light brown, dark brown, whatever. But any other race try that, it doesn't work. I'm telling you, don't do the math now. Do the biology. Yes. No, that's the same thing with our music. You can fuse reggae with country, with pop, with jazz, with rhythm and blues, which is R&B. You can, hip-hop is a baby from reggae. Reggaeton is a music. The reggaeton music is a music from reggae. When you listen to some salsa and some merengue, sometimes I listen to some merengue, I think I listen to ska. Listen, it's the only genre that breathe life in this whole music thing. It's the only genre that literally uplift a nation. It's the only genre where people can look into themselves and be inspired and empowered. Not taking away anything from the rap genre, because some of the rap artists them have that tendency to speak nothing but positiveness on a track. However, it's the same reggae essence you get in, man. You have a new thing called Afrobeat. Where you think that, come on, man. As bad as Afrobeat is, Afrobeat doesn't influence a nation on a whole positive level. Afrobeat is more entertaining. It's more entertaining like soca. Listen to any Afrobeat song. It's more entertainment than something you look and say, you know, so what me I do is wrong. Reggae music is a genre that it unites a nation. And you got to tell me, say, this is the least paid genre? The artists them that actually embarked in reggae are the least paid, or is it that we are the dunces? No, I'm not putting a respect on our thing. Who is there fighting for us? Are them a fight for themselves? Because honestly, with like the VP records and the Island records and all them people, all of them make a bag of money out of reggae. But the artists them will actually put in the work, now make no money out of it. And the man them now stop to educate themselves, because the younger youth them that's doing it now and make more money than the older folks them, or ever them don't even know money management. Because first thing some of them do, instead of buy a house and buy a car and be a flashy thing and champagne and hot shoes and Clarks and different color and be things. No man, me not say I rise and say me I go open a business. I saw Vibes Cartel did it. Let me not say all of them. I saw Vibes Cartel did it. It was more about, you know, putting the money towards business and so forth. It was more about, more business-like. As much as he's talented, the talent was always there. But the kid was business-like. And what Vibes Cartel did was create employment for youths in Jamaica. Now, I am trying to remember the other artists that that actually did something like that? Who? Come on. I know Matt Cabra had some transportation that might give employment to drivers down there. He had a farm business that he was doing. And you have other artists that doing it. I see Cargo now actually take a break from the business and gone into farming. And hopefully he can expand where he can give opportunity to other young farmers that's coming up. And those are some things that we're praying. But anyhow, here all our demise go now. Is another artist in the business that say, yo, the business is a man worthless. The man left the business and gone to farming. You see, oh, we will always stand at the back and why nobody now gonna respect what we do because we ourselves don't respect it. For real, we ourselves do not respect it. So, oh, you're gonna get respect from others if you don't even respect yourself and what you're doing. Every time a young artist come up, another artist come and say, yo, me better and start fight, beer things, beer war thing, and beer people land just start ear out in the ear now, and people are say, yo, who for Obia man bother, or who got Obia man go get this a person kill for get #1 song. And our genre, the only genre I say I go on so. Ends why the people have not have no respect for no, and the business. So to make reggae music look like it dabbling a Obia. On the behavior now represent the business. It's not representing the culture. It's not representing the genre. It's like it now becomes a requirement. Once you say me I go be an entertainer, then I've got to talk about, all right, yo, who for when me can chat about now? Who left who dash who sleep with who? It's not even entertaining anymore. The ones that are inspiring the music are dying slowly, meaning the veterans. Every month we lose a veteran. Every month we lose a veteran. Listen, we see the young artists them come and can't even last 6 months in the business. And it's no other artists come and take them off of the center stage. And them take themselves off of the center stage. You man them do an album with about 18, 20 songs. Who do an album with 18, 20 songs? Alright, so you have mad writing skills and you're writing every day. Then you don't have no plan or you can't execute it, so you don't use one song, kill another song. If you put out an album with 18, 20 songs, you're right, man. So and then you put that out January, and by March the album done. 18, 20 songs that have no substance to last throughout the year, boss man and boss woman. Something right with that. Hence why the Grammy board now have no respect. When Soldier and them man they do a one album, the man them tour with the one album. For the rest of the man them do the album, release the album. They make crazy money off of record sales the first couple of weeks, couple of months. And then guess what happen next? Them start create merchandise off of the song title. So the song may say, we are the survivors. You see t-shirt that come out, we are the survivors. People start spending and say, well, we want that shirt because the song did bad. And they want to represent. You see Kappa come out, you see Watch Up, you see Beer things that come out. Next thing you know, the tour drop. When the tour drop, X amount of city, the survival tour. Then you look now, ends amount of money that again. Records still are selling up. 10 to 12 songs on the album. And for 1 year, the man them milk that. You not get that strategy there yet? You haven't. So how you go land a record label or a record deal? You haven't got that strategy yet? Don't pat? This is why Gentleman them and Soldier them and all them other UB40 and them group there. I've seen Shaggy did a couple of songs with, what was it, Sting? End up get a Grammy. I end up up on the road a tour with Sting. Shaggy didn't even have to do an album for himself. This is why when I go say, oh, Shaggy get recognized because of his complexion and the texture of his ear. You gotta be kidding me. The man them understand the assignment. That is what happened. Sean Paul understand the assignment. Let me tell you this. My career, I think, is older than Sean Paul's career in this business. And I remember when Sean Paul just entered the business as an uptown youth. And when I check it deeply, and Dirty Cup, that was the crew that he was around. And some little uptown youth mixed with a little downtown youth, and them love the business and thing, and him passionate about it. And because of him passionate about it, him stick to it. Every day him get up and dedicate time to it. And guess what? It's not about, say, it's Sean Paul complexion, right? Sean Paul is one bad DJ for me. Me there at Jamaica, I go on one thing called something like that Mondays. Sean Paul make an appearance there. People them about Sean Paul, the Jamaican them. That would have never happen overseas. Why? Sean Paul understand the assignment. Sean Paul knows it. Jamaican fans them now go buy him record now. But why Sean Paul stay relevant? Some of them were boo Sean Paul, them best friend when them stand up the side as DJ, no get no the amount of Grammy where Sean Paul get, or tour to some of the places them a Sean Paul tour. Sean Paul understood the assignment. Yes. This is the difference between the Shaggy and the Sean Paul and those who say because of them complexion. No. They get the assignment, them understand it, and them execute it. I am watching this young kid by the name of Joshi. Talented youth. And he's not the only talented youth. You just, if you watch the news earlier, because I tell you this, the news come 3 times a day like vitamin. So 12 o'clock you will always get the news. Either 12 or 12:05 you get the news here. And it showed that Skillibeng there England and mash up England. A couple of them songs them. Talented artists again coming out of Jamaica, waving the band of the flag of Jamaica high where reggae music is concerned. But can Skillibeng get a Grammy? That is a whole difference. And these are the things that I am saying. And I'm not saying Skillibeng can't get a Grammy now, but the assignment, you have to understand the assignment. These people are looking for certain things and listening for certain things. I see the business open up now where you can buy your fan base. So it don't faze me when an artist have 30,000 fans or 30,000 followers or 50,000 people are follow them on this platform and that platform. No, that just tell me say your money is strong. For real. What I'd like to hear when your project drop a road is how long it lasts. If it lasts 2 weeks and you use the next song to take it out, move it away, or can it go on a Billboard chart and ride that chart all the way up? That's what I love to hear. One of the most talented artists me know thus far. Bounty killer in the business. But yet still, the thing that holding down the talent them in Jamaica is not understanding the assignment. Lyrically, I think Bounty is a genius. No, for real. And I think that if the veterans them in the business, and I think the young youth them in the business can have a dialogue and them can sit down at a round table like this one and have a reason and say, yo, this is how the business are going on. And this is how I'd love for you guys approach the business and take it serious. So we not gonna go places where we never get to go. Because this is the mistake that we made. So me tell Uno about that mistake. So I love for Uno now just know say, don't go over that hump there. Go round it. That's it, you know. But then, yeah, next thing you hear say, you can't talk to them Monday. Them Monday this and them Monday that. It's like I tell someone, this was just a conversation yesterday. I said I will be playing at an event. And me I watch the crowd. I am not playing now. The DJ before me is playing. And I am there watching him. When I do a good thing, I high five him. And when I see like the crowd, I leave him now. You want to go to him and say, yo, yeah, lose them, you know, see if you can change the genre. Next thing you go to him and say, them and say, yo dog, yeah, me I play, wait your turn, you can't go do that. No, this is how the young youth them approach the business. Some of them approach it with that kind of ego that, you know what I mean, it's like them lose the respect for the elders them. Shabba said, than merit. Some of them now have no respect for those who set it. For real, I take my hat off all the while to Shabba. I take my hat off all the while to Super Cat, Ninja Man, Professor Nuts, Admiral Bailey, just to name a few of the veterans them that have gone over the world and do this thing. I take my hat off to them all the while. Many of whom have done it that understand the assignment. But listen, as bad as Admiral Bailey is, never nominated for a Grammy yet. As bad as Ninja Man is, as bad as Professor Nuts is, and them bad. Never. What is the assignment? What is the protocol? What do we have to do to even get the opportunity to be recognized? What did Spice did? What did Etana did? What is it that Sean Paul and Shaggy is doing? What is it that Morgan Heritage them doing? To even be recognized and said, yo, need to be nominated. Take a listen at their albums. Do some homework. Let me listen to them people's album and see what this board is looking for. Because you have to strive for something, you know. You can't get up every day and say, where I'm at Mondays and all them things there. That and you reach. You have to strive towards something, man. I don't want them don't play this genre because I don't have this in no unknown, I have the legacy in no unknown. I'm talking about the young ones them now today. Some who accost them one another, I say, some people accost ladies and I say, oh, ladies are going to be a woman and this and she confused. And me I say, but the woman have a Grammy. Which is, without truth and fairness, what's the highest honoree in music right now? Because the British them don't have any award that is higher than the Grammy Awards. The French them and the Italian them doesn't. The Russian them don't. The Japanese and the Chinese them don't. So if you're going to set a goal, let's set a goal towards that. And say, this is what I want to reach. Shabba did it twice. Mad Cobra has gotten double platinum. Diamond. Sean Paul have gotten it numerous times. Shaggy, worse. Morgan Heritage. Buju Banton. Beanie Man. This young girl, Coffee. Our first year in the business. Some people say she strike gold. Some people say it was luck. Who knows? Next thing, Shanna artist go here say, our Obia man good. Because as she come in her business, she get Grammy. But there's a method to this thing. And you guys are not understanding it. And we are going to talk about it. But before I get to it, I'm going to drop this song by Buju Banton. Because the youth of Buju, them don't understand. Buju did have to get a Grammy long time, you know. We know why them freeze up Buju, you know. We're going to talk about it and more. But I want to listen to this song. I choose this song because I feel like not only does the Grammy organization have no respect for it, but I also think that the Jamaicans them not have no respect for it either. Let's roll the dice on this one. Buju Banton.
Someone who know who them a deal with, they stop and check. No respect, disrespect. In all aspects, someone who know who them a deal with, they stop and check. Go on them, how we a girl who know life and who no know. When who know a sleep, we a patrol out and do like saber. How we protect who know life and who no know. When who know a sleep, we a patrol. I am me boss, me own big man, me run me own show. I mean no response to sorry, or if me did know. Cold like Alaska, in the time of snow. When me chat, me no cater for no back and belly rat. Dig off your inner mail, you have to stitch it up back to you. Flex like your wicked yet you wasn't intact. You a powder your face and left your head back, fool. Watch your speech, I know your chat. You a itch and you a scratch, you must say you have the apparent show. How we protect who no life and who no know. When who know a sleep, we a patrol out and do go on them. How we a girl who no life and who no know. When who know a sleep, we a patrol. Watch out, to your exponent in the place like a poison substance. To the neighborhood, you is a big nuisance. So stop the people close off a line and pants. Now you end up down a man, you mother no response. You can't afford the bread, much as finance is dead, mama. Ban your belly, put your hand on your head. Why mankind is so easily let me holler. How we protect who no life and who no know. When who know a sleep, we a patrol out and do go on them. How we got can who no life and who no know. When who know a sleep, we a patrol. Watch this now. Now that the cup has been passed around. One into the next islander in town. I have seen many kings and they all lose their crowns. So save up your rounds, cause you might have to use them later. This when the banter say.
Voice of Jamaica, the album. I remember when Sizzla just came on the scene. When Sizzla arrived on the scene with Black Woman and Child and, you know, Make It Secure and some songs like those that I think that if Sizzla had continued on that path, it would have landed my Grammy. And guess what? Sizzla come back and change momentum and come with a live album. Every track on the album was done live with live instrument. Solid as a rock and you name it. And boom, look at that. The assignment. Sizzla understood the assignment. Oh, this is what, hey. I have this interview with Peter Tosh, may his soul rest in peace, one of the founding members of the Whalers. That was Bonnie, Bob, and Peter. Joan, morning, my sister. And I can tell you this much. He said something in that interview that was very disturbing to the host. She probably didn't understand the clot, them way my cuss. He may seem upset, but it was true. Him say as a guy come up with him little funky thing, he was talking about Michael Jackson, about the I love you and the I love you. And them they mash up the chart. Them they gone number one and everything. But if somebody come and say, yo, you man, lift up your head and hold it up high. If somebody come and say, listen me, I'm solid as a rock and them can't stop you. If somebody come and say, black woman and child, you know, them songs are not gonna work with those organizations, you know. So when you look on what the young youths are doing, they're looking at what is selling. And guess what? You and I who are purchasing these songs, we don't really purchase the song them say Destiny, Hills and Valley, and songs like those. No, it's only a handful of people. But guess what? The place that purchased those songs, you have to realize this is where the Grammy organization look towards to compile their nominees. Reggae music has sell over Germany like whoa, but it's not the dancehall, it's the reggae. And this is how versatile our artist is. Dre said something, President Smith said something in the chat room. He said, Josh, a future bright. And if him stay focused based on the versatility genre of music he can do. All right. So Josh is very versatile. So Josh can get that hardcore dancehall thing, and he can get that Lovers Rock One Drop, and he can get that culture something there. Do it. Just do it. No matter what. Listen. There's not one artist in Jamaica that I know from that time to this time that didn't have to move away from the shores of Jamaica to be internationally recognized. Not one of them were recognized locally, living in Jamaica and staying in Jamaica. Understand the assignment now? Not one I know that lives in Jamaica, stays in Jamaica, and becomes internationally known. They have to come outside the shores of Jamaica. Not one. Some of them have to relocate elsewhere. Shabarangs couldn't stay at Jamaica and make it. Supercat couldn't stay at Jamaica and be have the big contract there, living in Jamaica. No, I have to move away from the shores. One thing I know, that the island itself have what is needed. So I think there is an assignment where you have to go to the island, say this is what it is, and you get that, and then you go outside the shores. All right, better yet, Bob Marley. As bad as Bob is around the world, Jamaica never rate him. Just like how them not rate Sean Paul. Me tell you, me not hide and talk. Sean Paul, you know that too. Sean, you know that. Dirty Cup, you know. The Jamaican audience, them not favor you. They're not in favor of you. And they think that you are a punchline DJ. Them think. And me, I tell you what them I say. Cause me play a song and I argue your point every day amongst them. Yes, are your people them and you love them and what you do is for them, but me I tell them that they are not for you. It's a difference. Real talk. No. Coming outside of Jamaica, this is when an artist such as Jimmy Cliff get big out the door now. This is when an artist such as, look at Maxi Priest. When Maxi Priest clap down the place, you know, and I do song with Roberta Flack and them people, you know, out the door him have to come, you know. When him collide with him and Shabba, you know, Oscar, you know, is a label overseas them I work for at the time, you know. Shabba was touring with different artists, you know. Bobby Brown, he was on a tour with Bobby Brown when that tour they get messed up with him interviewing England, I think, about this whole movements and how he felt, and he shares opinion, and that mash up his career. International career, I would say. But Shabba built the fan base from Jamaica. So does Supercat build the fan base from Jamaica. But the fan base of Jamaica wasn't enough to get them that Grammy that is needed. Them have to come across the shores. That is the assignment. So you can't stay at Jamaica and say, you are going to get this big award from Jamaica. You have to come out like how you see Spice and Shensia them push out. Lady Star couldn't stay at Jamaica and get Grammy. She have to come collide with No Doubt. Bounty Killer come and do a lot of collabs. Beenie Man, when him get the Grammy, him have to sign with an international label. Understand the assignment, my people. A king was never a king in a home. And when you go and you get that recognition and you clap down the place now and people out the door and say, yo, Bob Marley and the Wailers. At that time, Jamaica say, yo, is a Jamaican that, you know? For real, at that time, they want to say, yo, I want to we that, you know? But, with all due respect, Bob did kick down the door for real and set a president. Peter Tosh kicked down the door, set a president. John Holt, Gregory Isaac, Dennis Brown kicked down the door. Many more too. Many more who you probably think that, look, Mighty Diamonds. We just lose two of the brother them recently. Simultaneously we lose. I think it's the two last original member. And look at that. Them man, they bring reggae music so far. You have some of them who pass off and gone, may their soul rest in peace. A youth like Sugar Minot and you know, John Holt and you name them. Frankie Paul. I have seen a show with the Scatterlights in Mexico. And remember, this is a ska band. And when the man them crank and rev up, and the Mexico crowd, when I not even see Jamaican crowd move so towards Scatterlights. Them man they carry the music across the shore. So therefore, people from the outside can have some respect for the music. Make them know that this is how it's done and this is what we do. We do this all day, every day. And the people in Jamaica rate them, you know. I tell you now, we have our own demise, we have our own downfall, you know. Jamaicans them. Let me tell you this, man. It's like I've seen where other people like them are burn out with genre because them say the context of our song is too graphic. I'm all know me say, who get up and stand up as Bob Marley says, stand up for the right. Bob will talk, Peter will talk. Peter tell them about them cloth like a dressmaker all the time. One interview, the man just lay out the cloth them. You think he make them. And the man, so when the little man come up on a dance and a wind up himself and Ray, him wanna give awards and him wanna do this. But when man come and tell him, say, black people, we need to unite on the black way out. And a real talk. The man tell it to them, the man not sit down upon him mouth and tell him. The man say when him come and tell people say, yo, we need for unite. When Jacob Miller, when Bob them, when all them man get up and say, yo, people, black people, get up, stand up and fight for the right. And say, whoa, fight for the right? We're not inside. We can't have that being heard. You tell me the song with them ban off international airways. If none of those songs deserve to be banned. Because if you ban them song, they know my people. Let me tell you this, you know. What we see I go on the news in a real time, the news station where I present it should have been banned, you know. Because it's killing of innocent people, you know. So when I say Buju Banton, I say in I'm song, say, Ray, 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 in a Ray, 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 head. Remember, you know, Buju at the time was so young, so creative with his writing. And he was just talking about issues that he have seen in the streets. Understand with genre before you say you go attack with genre. And people just sit down and allow them to attack with genre. Especially the Jamaicans them around the world. Sit down and make the people them attack. When you make them draw down Buju Banton, when you make them draw down Shabba, and many more. When you make get blackball, but when Snow, the white youth from Canada come and sing about Informer. Remember, you know, you have some man lose them work permit to them and say Informer for dead, you know. And Snow come and say Informer and black on the place, album of the year, album this, that. And what the biggest song on the album was what? Informer. They don't know there. I make a boom boom there. Mash up the place. But then again, I look on the man ethnicity. I say them people are hypocrite, you know. Them people are hypocrite. Them people are big hypocrite. I watch them how them draw down the people them career, the international people them career. Them just give this for a little while. Them just give a little rope and then just nose it. And you run and just choke you. Just like that your career done. I watch them. For real. You go ban them man the song for something that the man them live and speak about. Understand the genre that's what reggae music is about. The people them sing about the pain, the pressure, the suppression, the oppression. The people them sing about the struggles. And that was a struggle in our country, because if you teach us something say thou shalt not kill, and me I sing say thou shalt not kill, but you believe in killing, and you go ban me for that, because that is a wicked thing. Understand the genre before you attack the genre, my lord. They say reggae music is one of the most violent music them ever hear, one of the most violent genre. Then hold on there. That means I go lock down the theater them then. We do no action move when I say I come out, because one more graphic than that. It is entertainment, my people. And if you come to Jamaica and take some time out, if you don't want to feel like a business here, do take a vacation and come and see all the people them in the street, all them dance to this and entertainment. Nobody now run around and kill nobody, even though that the song I say. You never hear nobody are running and shoot down nobody because of them sexual preferences in Jamaica. No, we just say, oh, this is that. We say Informer for dead. No man now go around and kill Informer. No. At the same time, if an Informer dead, is a man who him inform pan deal with him away. I saw a thing said, it's entertainment. And that's what we do in the island. This is our entertainment. So when you understand, so if you go add us to your categories such as Grammy, understand what our music is and the culture and how we are derived to, how we arrive here. And know, sir, when we sing and when we DJ about what's going on in our circle. We are so creative with it. We will put it in such a way it may sound graphic. If you are thinking about it with an open or a corner eye, you will say to yourself, say, oh, that's too graphic, you know. But then again, I take a step and I look on the movie them when I put out. And that hit every theater worldwide, every box office worldwide. And nobody now blackball enough for that. Say, yo, them things are too graphic. So we not stop our entertainment, but let phone no one through the gate. I've heard some rappers say some things, and them things then I get blackballed. I have heard, you ever hear some rap music or some, even the video where the man them do display it. Say if you don't understand it when you listen to it, you will understand it when you see it. But yet still, nominated for Grammy. So and so and so. Listen to the song. How much people, rah, rah. And I'm like, what the hell? Something right with this picture. Something is not right with this picture, Susan. I tell you the truth. Early made something is not right. Now, I go to some comments in the chat room, my people, and thing. Alright? And we're going to jump on some of them things. Prezi says, that's his Prezi Smith says, facts. And that's why Bob Marley is favorite #1 and can't move on the chart. Yeah, because Bob fight for that, you know. But I feel like Bob not fight for that, you know. Enough black ball Bob get, you know, but Bob believe in a way man do and stand up. And when Bob stand up for reggae music, Bob stand up for reggae music globally and not just Jamaica alone. Because remember them, they try kill him, you know, in a Jamaica, you know. Same Jamaican them, they try to kill him, you know. And what him do? He rally and come back and perform, you know. And show him say this, when him sing, anything him say, he might live by it. Bob proved that to them. This is why the world recognize him and rate him. Actually, he sold platinum Shaggy with that album. Yeah, Shaggy understand the assignment. Shaggy understand the assignment. Because remember when Shaggy get big, you know, it's right after Shabba went down, you know. This country that look for another reggae superstar, and Shaggy was just next in line. You know what I mean? Because there's nobody in Jamaica at the time. Because remember, Buju was the one next in line, you know. it was Buju next in line, you know. And when Shabba career went down, you know, Shabba career went down because the interview that Shabba did, you know, every sponsor, every endorsement start pulling on. So Buju now get blackball already, and then Shabba now drop down. So who was next? Who was next in line? Because Mad Cobra did never too pleased with the contract where he was at, it seems, because he made a pull out of the contract that he was in with the company. And next in line was, of course, Shaggy. So them just take up Shaggy and say, all right, Shaggy are the man. Which followed that, Sean Paul, Elephant Man came right there knocking at the door. Don't know what happened. Do not know what happened. Elephant Man came knocking. But I don't know what happened. My people. You know all, welcome. Joan Smith says, artists and producers need to get membership in the Recording Academy in order to be a part of the voting process. Okay, so I think, what's his name? I think Ziggy Marley is a part of that organization, the Grammy Board now. Because I have a friend who I'm very close with, who is a member of the Reggae Grammy Board. And we sit and have a reason, and he actually tell me how the whole board construct and what they look for and listen for, you know what I mean, when they are nominating someone. Because a label can't send anybody, you know. But there is record sales, there's all kind of other little things that goes into it. But this is the research that we need to research in order to understand. So we're going to come to Susan Sultry comment in a minute. For the music and our culture, yes. Shout out to Wayne Wonder too. He understood the assignment for the music and our culture. Yes, Wayne Wonder definitely went up there and take a piece of it too. And Richie Stephens. Richie Stephens did a big tune with that group. What them call them? That did Back to Life. Soul to Soul. Yes, been following the career of that brother for a while. The song called Joy. Many of you guys remember that song. Yes, man, check it out. The government, not the people, don't like the music. So the government not like the music, Early Med says. And it can be true, for real. Because them have the power for pull and plug. Them can plug in and them can pull out. But then again, it all goes back to the organization, ladies and gentlemen. They are the one too who are in control. Now, President Smith says, facts. The news started it first, but guess what their issue is? Our music. They can't fully control it because it's a sense of freedom of speech that would be here on the media that they control. Freedom of speech. I don't think there's such thing in this country, Bossy, between me and you, you know. I think freedom of speech in this country is an illusion. Because if me say what I really want to say now, watch how you get penalized, black, mute, and delete. So it can't be freedom of speech. I don't know when people come and go censor you, say you can't say this and you can't say that. Yo, listen, earth was given to us, Bossy. To everybody equally, you know. So I don't know some man come dictate and I try control even the words that come out of our mouth, you know. I'm supposed to can't say how I feel, you know, because of me feel it, you know. It's like me I talk to somebody today and me I say, yo, you know, tell me about policy like a una alone have policy. Want to my policy, me not have policy too. So you go like a una alone have policy. No one will use this David and Goliath thing like you don't want to come bully and frighten people. Me not beg nobody nothing. That's why I'm staying in my little lane, I'm a little corner. I'm alright, I'm a little butter pan. I don't have to eat out a crockery. I can't eat with my hand, I don't need knife and fork. Me alright. If you have a problem with it, buy the knife and fork and the crockery then. I hate it when people does that. For real. Susan Palmer says here, they don't need to have respect for reggae music in this country. We as a people need to period. full stop, comma, comma, dash, dash. I'm going to answer this the best way I know how. They don't need to have respect for reggae music in this country. Reggae music is the genre of all genre, I would say. It's the least paid genre for some artists because people like Soldier and Gentleman them from Germany and them other people understand the assignment, so they might eat some decent food out of business. People like Shaggy eat some decent food. Sean Paul eat some decent food out of business. They may not have a #1 hit in Jamaica or a song that's happening in Jamaica, but them a live better than the artists and I make more money than the artists. We have 3 #1 back-to-back in Jamaica right now. I tell you that. So money is in it. I wouldn't say money is not in it, but you have to understand the assignment for you heat the food, the right food out of it, meaning for you get the right salary out of this genre called reggae music. Now, with that being said, I know that them have to respect it in some way for them to appear certain people who are go about it the way, because them set a protocol, you know. And as long as you go by that protocol, the ASCA protocol, the BMI protocol and all these things, then you will get your money that's due to you. Now, it depends on what you sign to. It depends on what you sign to. So go back to what Susan says, is we as a people need to respect it. Now, if me know say my talent is worth $10 billion, and a company call me and me say, but if you are going to pay me $10 billion, how much you are going to make? I want to know how much you are going to make. For real. For you pay me $10 billion for this album, how much you are going to make? Oh, don't worry about what we are going to make, because we are going to put the money behind your tour, behind your videos, behind your recordings, your record sessions, behind your this and your that and your podiums and all these things. So, but me still want to know, if you are going to put X amount of money behind my thing, how much is your return? It's just like if you are going to take out a credit card, you want to know how much the interest rate is. Some people go in the blind and don't even know. It's like back in the days, it come right back to your ear, 10 million. You swear says a bag of money you get. And by the time the 10 million water down, you probably get a 1 mil out of it. Because them take back everything for the tour bus, the gas, the toll, the airfare, the hotel, everything. Come back out of 10 million sounds sweet, you know. But watch your breakdown, man. Sit down with somebody who understand the assignment and make them explain it to you. At the end of the day, when me I get out of this $10 million, yeah. Because when you look, album sell 40 million, you get 10. And out of your 10, all of them expenses come from. No. I want my 10 straight up and the expense come out at 30 where you get. So if the expense come up to 5 or 6, you still make more money. So you see all the slave things still come back around full circle, but the artists them not understand the assignment. So therefore the artists them now just hear 10 million and them head gone up. Yo, me get 10 mil for your album. Oh wow. Lucky you. Good for you. For real. Now, the genre of reggae music is the only music that uplifts some people. The only music we talk about the struggles that people have got through. People from that speaks different language, just because of not only the beat, but also the message that it carries across. It translates itself in them when they hear it, when the music is done right. For real. When the music is done right. I have seen Beenie Man came out the other day and I knock a selector named Boom Boom say them I mash up the business with this reggae trap thing where them are dealing now and so forth and Ray. And listen, we have to be creative in this business. When the business is moved from mentor to ska, from ska to rocksteady. Remember, why I never say Alton Ellis them at the time and Studio One them that mash up the business when it moved from ska. Ska was the shortest living genre we had from the 60s to about 64, 65, and then that was it. The only never said. So we ever evolving. Yes. there's reggae is like an evolution. It keeps going and growing and growing. And it spiral off into different things. So I wouldn't, as we Beenie Man say, I respectfully decline that kind of, I wouldn't say it's boom boom them and mash up the business. I would more say they're being creative with the business, which is what the business needs. That's what reggae music is. You fuse it. Reggae music is a fusion kind of a genre. And the hip hop artists, them know that. That's why them create that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Even soca people now dabble into the reggae thing. Sometimes you hear some soca come out. It have this reggae bass and all them things. Because reggae have a signature. It's like where you sign on a check and they know say your signature that reggae has that. Reggae has a signature. Anyway, any genre you hear and you hear something of reggae night, it easily recognized. I'm telling you. If you are somebody who are in the business, it's easily recognized. Me will hear a reggae song right now, or me will hear an Afrobeat, and there's a line in it, and me I say, yo, them take out some reggae bass out of this, you know. Me want Sly and Robbie bass line in it, you know. Yeah. As well as we ourselves. Who are we to talk when our genre was built on cover version? We used to cover the rhythm and blues them. Of course. The rock and roll them, we cover them, they merge them. And so I wouldn't blame Boom Boom them for doing what they're doing. Let's enhance what they're doing and take it to the next level. But I believe that the respect that reggae music have in Jamaica, Jamaicans need to put a little bit more respect on it. Stand up when you hear people overseas say them a boycott reggae music or boycott this because of this. Don't just sit there. Stand up. Artists come together and stand up and say we now watch no more on the movie. You don't have no friends and the music is very influential, so you can put it and construct it in a song so people understand. If you can't get to them by social media because you're not very good with talking, but you're not very good in getting the message across by singing, sing and get the message across like what Bob did. Get it across. Say if we not got blackball with a way, we have got blackball in a way. Because I saw the movie come out worse than what Buju Banton saying I'm song. Worse. And then we're not going to complain because we about the contents in our song. We never take a look on the commercial lately. All the commercial them get graphic. Simple commercial are graphic. Who are you to cast stone? When Funo think 10 times graphic and worse than what the artist them that is being creative in Jamaica is doing. All that they're doing is just being creative. It's sad. I want to deal with Jamaica in a way because I feel you can't bump up on way because we're just a little tiny island over there. When I feel that way. When I feel like when I can knock with here and knock with here because it's just a little tiny island and we don't have a voice. Is the genre from that same tiny island emancipate a country called Zimbabwe? Yes. Just in case you didn't know, now you do. And I think when they saw that, hence reason why them fighting this genre so much, because them know if that genre you get where some foolishness what them are gonna do, people are gonna get up and stand up. Trust and believe me, my people. This is why it's a force to be reckoned with, because them know any other genre you get where people are gonna realize that what them are do is folly. Them know say any this little genre called reggae get with the right way. Them are gonna have a lot of uprise like what in Zimbabwe. Trust me. Example number 1. Why them a fight this thing here so much? Oh, you have one set of group of people that tell us say, yo, the music I do this, that's why we don't want that and we don't want this tweet and take it off or else we now go buy your product. Alright, so we're gonna fight fire with fire then. We are going to fight fire with fire. So you're not buying that product because of our music. We're not going to buy your product then because of what you stand for. It's simply not my people. But to my people, them so licky star, bone me higher. To my people, them so, our tiger say no wanga gut, no wanga belly. No licky, no nyame. No, sir. Them not have appear Judas in the midst. Because they would team up and say, yeah, we are going to do it, and when it starts, a man just pull out and say, yo, no, they're on the own, you know, because my pitney have to eat, you know. But what you're going to your pitney later on, no? When the other claps come down. Respect to Shabba when him stand up for Buju, them time there. I heard Buju in another interview say, what has Shabba lost? More than them dirty money. Him not lose him life. And for that, Buju paid the price royally. For that, Buju Banton paid the price royally, bossy. For real. And don't just feel like Buju Banton alone. I have seen Beenie Man get him work permit revoked. I have seen Bounty Killer get him work permit revoked. When Vice Cartel was out, he got his work permit revoked. And there was a slew of artists that their work permit were being revoked because of the contents of their song, which we look on the movie and the content of the movie them. How is it that man can tour the world and go do what you call it when you have those movie that is being released on this day and them come and them have like a watch party for the movie and be things. The premiere. Them have them movie premiere and artists travel the world and premiere it here, there and everywhere. And yet still suddenly and watch a man a slow a man the worst, the wickedest way. You see a man a rape a woman the wickedest way. Oh, it's entertainment. So what our genre is? Your genre is a genre that may overthrow a government. So the fear of our genre at the end of the day, why the respect that reggae is supposed to get, especially in this country, doesn't get. It's the fear of the powers of this genre called reggae, what it might done. And they have seen it up front. They have experienced it, what it did. You think they're not glad say Bob they drop out and glad say you like Peter and Jacob and them people that drop out. All the real revolutionary fighter them through the music. Them glad say them must them drop out, you know. Them love Dennis Brown and them love Gregory Isaac and them people like John Holt and them people like them people that sing about love and everything. But the people them that sing about love and hate can never be friends. Dennis Brown sing more love song than he would sing about songs of revolution. Don't get me wrong, he does sing songs about revolution, but you would more remember Dennis Brown for his love song, This Is Magic, and if you want me, you gotta take me as I am, because I've accepted you for who you are, and you know what I mean, sitting and watching. You more remember Dennis Brown for songs like those. However, the real revolutionary man them, to me, Bonnie Wheeler wasn't a revolutionary man. Bob, you see all Peter Tosh, a real revolutionary that in a man. See man who give you dreadlocks can live in a tenement yard. A real revolutionary them man there, you know. And we can go on and name names of the man them that pass off. Some of them pass off mysteriously. It makes you wonder. This is why you find some of our artists them stay away from the mix, because them don't want to get caught up in that something there. Because they would have loved to travel and can perform and so forth and not being labeled as one of them. See one of them, yeah? Them are this. Get the most scrutiny in. Bob will tell you in any interview, when a plane come in and Bob them plane cup, them man them get the most search. For them search different from everybody else search. Them have a whole different set of police unit, TSA come out just to search them man, yeah. A whole different, because them just want to give them one reason for put a ban on them. Because I pause I man them thing with the man them I do. But I'm going to say this to you. If you're into this business here, go all out, man. Do it for your cause. Some people do it just for the next dollar, you know. I know people who do reggae music and something to them, and them friends of my fair set up GoFundMe. Seriously, you know. For help out another artist. Our friends like Bounty Killer may have him in foundation, the Bounty Killer Foundation. Other artists have their foundation and have to come together and raise funds for help out this artist. Artists pass off and there's nothing there to bury. When artists did Bada Road and make it song worldwide and can't even have a decent funeral. Something right to that picture there. Somebody never understand the assignment. We need to understand the assignment, my people. The only way you're going to win them, you have to come in at their midst. You can't stay from outside and understand them. You have to have intelligence on the inside. That's how them win for them game, you know. They have intelligence on the inside. You need intelligence on the inside. So we need people on the board too. We need Jamaica to set up their own board too. We need people to stand up for us now. We need some people now to stand up for us and say, yo, you can't take away the man work permit because of this is his livelihood, this is what. Who is standing up for these guys? Who? If a record label drop me because a group say or a company say, yo, we not support so and so, then yo, you have to go pay me X amount for if me did sign a contract with you for 30 million for 5 years. And the first year, you make some decent money, because more time in the first year, them record company, they make back their money, you know. Everything else after that, I keep the company going abroad, you know. And the second year, something come up on a content that I've spoken a while ago, or before me even sign with you. And then company say, boy, we have pulled this from you. Yo, you have to go pay me 30 mil. In full because I know me forfeit the contract of you and that affect in a contract. So me I overlook that. Me I get one lawyer, entertainment lawyer, overlook that. Me I get some people overlook that. Because you can't just drop me iron dry so I'm a drop broke. No. I am not the reason. I never forfeit the contract. But me I gotta make sure I read this contract here and make sure so this contract here state that anyhow by anything where you forfeit it, you still have to go pay me in full of what this contract is about. So you stand the last because you don't want Coca-Cola take away them sponsorship from your company, or you don't want Pepsi take away them sponsorship from your company. Then that's up to you and them, you know. Just give me mind, let me keep it moving. Because one thing you can't take away is what I've been blessed in me, which is the talent. You can't take away that, you can't take on a contract, but you can't take my talent. Because remember my talent why you even bring me in, because you see the potential where me can help make you make millions of dollars. Yeah. So we have to understand these things, ladies and gentlemen. It's up to us to really and truly sit down and understand the assignment. If you don't understand the assignment, you're going to be left behind. Yes, my sister Marshari. Early meds, I tell you this, I have seen our peoples get cut out of some things, like for example, Big Show I keep. And we are our own demise, as I said earlier, you know. I said it earlier, I said, listen, we are the one them we had put the noose around our neck and move the block from under our foot. And we are killer for one another, man. First thing, we don't support each other by standing up for the cause and say, yo, if you do that, we don't want none of the Pepsi or the Coca-Cola come to Jamaica. First thing, we don't have a government with no backbone and a spinal cord to stand up for us like that. And our reggae music support the island as it is right now. Reggae music keep the island on the map as it is right now. Ask them, the whole of them are vice dub now when they do them election. Remember, you know, when Bob Marley get shot, it was through the election, you know. He never get shot because he man a man conflict over return, you know. Him never get shot because he moan nobody for spliff. Him get shot because of political agenda, political reasons. So all of them use and abuse the artists them. even now as we speak. Someone, Vybz Kartel should get some years lesson after I'm sentenced because the winning party use up a beer clocks them a talk about and a show of clocks and who make clocks popular back. Vybz Kartel. Them should pay him some royalties to that. This is what me I show now. Them not rate them the culture, them not rate the music. Them disrespect the music, man. Other than that, you don't know the people them not in favor us already. Many of our great acts them who are still with us today, some who are veterans, some young ones, take a page out of where you see a go on. Take a page and watch how, why them take away this man work permit. What was he doing? What did he say in his song? Why them say him can't come perform at this concert? Them did list out a line and name of artists. Capleton name coming out, Beanie Man name in it. You name them. Them name in it. Now, I'm going to show you an example now, my people. I saw Colin Kaepernick take a stand of what he feel is injustice. And he had other friends who take a kneel too. He never take a stand, he take a kneel. And others follow suit and take a kneel too. To change up something in this thing here. And the man rather take a pay cut, not even a pay cut. The man, them blackball him out of the thing. Him don't even get work. Nobody no want to sign him. Everybody see him as a problem child. Same thing they do with Una and reggae. But the difference is Kaepernick have friends and fans where take a kneel with him. Where are the artists them? We are going to stand up with some artists and say, you can't do that to Shabba. We are going to boycott on a thing and make nice. I mean, I just talk about the people in Jamaica alone. Because if you really do the maths, Jamaica have the most citizens around the world, worldwide. If we all want to get up and stand up, you know what kind of attention you know that get? When I am here sitting and I'm here talking about the situation and the struggle, and all of that is like, yeah, you can go on so you say, your bread butter two side. This is why they will always do what they want to do, because they know we don't have the support. They know we don't have the support. Hence why they behave the way they behave. In a real life, it not get no better and no worse than that, my people. Them know, them are dealing with art. If you take this as an example, if you're in a community, or you as a local youth to go to school, and every time you get in a fight, your brother take away himself, them now still continue to bully you. But anytime you get in a fight, they say your 2 and 3 brother them show up. I bet you the first time your 2 and 3 brother show up, them have to go get reinforcement, or them have to go take with themselves. Them have to see and want to be a friend now. The first time your brother them come on and put on a beating upon one of them, I bet you when them see you again the next time, them not trouble you. A simple logic, you know. So the next time them come at one your co-worker in a business and everybody stand up and say, no. On the record can't come, we are going to do this. And we now just do it in Jamaica. Japan love the culture so much, they meet so much. Hey, you know how much people out there keep big shows, foreign promoters that keep shows, reggae shows, and now one reggae act from Jamaica they on the show and show sell out. You know how much? How much money them a make? If we boycott them and say, you can't use the genre, where you think I got? We have to create some nice man. We have to stand up somewhere somehow. Some people have got to get a pay cut, man. Like, you see how Colin Kaepernick take a knee? We have got to take a knee, man. And we all have to do it in solidarity. We all have to do that in solidarity, man. Trust me. We are going to take a knee in solidarity of the genre. We want our slice of the cake. We want the way how you respect other genre, you respect our genre. But I believe that first, before we get to that stage, we have to start respect each other. I believe that. Before we get to that where they can recognize and say, yo, you hear me? we have got to take a different approach, you know. We have to start to respect each other. That little thing that I see go on the other day with Spice and Shensi and Lady Sa and all of them, Sister Nancy and all of them. Yo, that a one worthless sitting, man. That not look good for we on the international scene. That's why them not rate we, man. May I tell you, when you hear say an artist in a look at what happened to Jack Ure. Ends why them not rate we, man. You're going to see these things are happening. You think the people are going to respect that? I understand that the artists them passionate about them thing, but me up on stage and me and you the tune for tune and my tune and I clap you and the crowd like say away. You don't need to put your hand on me, king. I don't need to put my foot on you. It's entertainment, and that's what we're trying to get across to the majority of people overseas, that when we do a tune, it's entertainment. But when them say una fight now, they must say, hey, look how una behave. That can be entertainment. Then if entertainment, how it affect you, so then ends why it must affect the sponsor. We have pull them sponsorship, and why it affect this a man and this a woman here. Because them say, cartel a kick up Ninja Man. It can't be entertaining now. Move on to something else, it turn physical. You know what I mean? So until we can learn to respect each other in this something here, and then the way that they will start to take us serious, when we start to take it serious. That's all I said. Yo, soldier them, you know. Soldiers of Jah Army, you know. That's what them think called S-O-J-A, you know. Soldiers of Jah Army. Alright. Them man are some little man will love reggae. So when the people them say, yo, them this and them that and them not even Jamaicans and reggae, them not have to be Jamaicans. They don't. I explained to you, Nicki Minaj is not an American rapper. She was born in Trinidad. She get Grammy for the rap industry. She did it and she did it very well. Rihanna, another prime example, and we can go on and name names. For real, we can go on and name names. So the genre is there for everybody in our world to come take a piece of it if you like it. But we just say, yo, we want our fair share of earnings from it. And we want to make sure that our people are very much educated, but it have to start with we. Can't start nowhere else but with us. We can't expect them to respect we if we don't respect ourselves. We cannot expect them to deal with we with fairness if we don't not deal with one another fair. It starts with us. Now I'm going to ask the producer to play a song from the Gentleman Grammy album. And I want you to tell me what you think about it. This song here. If this song is worthy enough, or if it's Grammy ready, and if this is what they're looking for and listening for when it come on to the Grammy nomination, ladies and gentlemen, take a listen at Soldiers of Jah Army, something from the album, the Grammy winning album. Check this out.
My dad, he would whisper something in my ear before I would leave. It was the first lines of a poem called Desiderata by Max Ehrmann. And the first line is, go placidly amidst the noise and haste, and remember the peace there may be in silence. And he'd hug me and he'd whisper it in my ear. He was my best friend and my teacher. Beauty in the Silence is about amid the noise and haste, there's beauty in the silence, and it's something that we forget in society.
So making an album during a pandemic, everything shut down.
It was really hard too because we lost, in the entire world we lost so many lives because of the pandemic.
You know, that whole kind of year and a half of not going anywhere was, I guess it had both good and bad qualities.
Because of the circumstances that we had with the pandemic and all, everybody was like confined to their own house.
I would have nightmares sometimes, like during the pandemic, that, Eric's young, we got 5 minutes till showtime. I don't have my bass, it's over there getting tuned.
It was difficult at first, but you learn to adapt and figure out what's best for us to keep the train moving. And it gave us a chance to dial in this new record, Beauty in the Silence, that we're incredibly happy with and look forward to sharing with the world.
The fact that over the past 400 days I haven't been with them, it's been weird. So to be back with them and performing, rehearsing, it's the greatest feeling in the world to be able to just sit with my brothers and play some music.
We got a new record out called Beauty in the Silence. It's called Beauty in the Silence because in the past year and 7 months, I think everybody had to find a way to remain sane. But I found something for myself that was even more. I could find how to appreciate silent moments and appreciate the beauty of the earth that we live on. I had forgotten how to do that. No, I'm putting up defenses cause I'm breaking down inside. I have learned to build these walls and I have learned to hide. But I can't let what feels so wrong turn into what feels right. I'm walking through this darkness, all I feel for real is light. Give me something to believe in. I need the truth, I cannot lie. Give me something to believe in. The thing that happened, it was kind of funny and unexpected. Trevor started writing from his house. Pat started writing from his house. Bob started writing for, Bird was going in to do drums at Jim Fox's by himself. I was doing all my vocals here in Florida with my boys Mariano and Ash.
I was sort of like a hub, and a lot of the guys have home studios, and they would record at their houses and send me their parts, and I would put everything together and send them mixes back.
We just send the song around and everyone does their part and send it back and kind of piece it together in separate locations.
We all record our parts, make some music, share it together, share some ideas.
We couldn't go anywhere. So it really made me have to focus on learning how to record from home.
Certainly a unique experience making this record, being that we live all over the place.
You hold your breath.
Wasn't going anywhere, so, hit the basement and I have my whole little studio set up there.
Waiting on, holding on.
That was really awesome. We really enjoy how we even we are separated. We connect with music.
We just kind of on this winding river of where the songs end up taking you in a weird way. So kind of we're winding back to let's go back to experimenting more with some different production things and featured artists.
There's a lot of great features throughout this whole album.
Soja has finally done a song with our brothers that we've toured so many times with, I cannot count. Slightly Stupid. Longtime brothers in music, big up Kyle Miles and the whole crew. Eric Swanson, our tour manager. Eric is a tour manager for Soja and Slightly Stupid, and an incredible songwriter.
It has two of our homies on it. It's got Collie Buds on it. It's got J-Boog on it.
You know it's Soja and J-Boog and Collie Buds. Love.
We started this band when we were 14. That's a long time ago.
I said it in the past like I feel it in my mind. I hear it in the roots and the song press rewind. Take me to the truth like the very first time. I fell in love with music. Music, feel alive, it's in the beat that my heart still plays. I smell it in the weed at the dawn of the day. I was 14, but the vibe still stays. I'm still in love with music, music, yeah.
That's the international sound of reggae. Soja, the Grammy Award-winning group, or should I say band, for 2022. Now, you can't knock the brother them hustling. You can't call it imitation reggae. You can't call it garbage, as we are early meds have said. I mean, U-Turn may said something different, but let me tell you this. The guys, them understand the assignment. That's all it is. You hear them say that they're brothers in the business like, who them call? Calibod and some other people. Calibod's them are not Jamaican either. But Calibod's them like the genre and them choose it as their preference to perform and sing and DJ about. And they did a pretty good job because I've heard artists that is not Jamaican that deal with the reggae music as if they were Jamaicans. And you have to give them credit because they know of a whole fan base that they are introducing the genre to. So let's look at it on the bright side that the genre has been used by many different races around the world, but yet still, when you hear it, what you hear? Reggae. This is why reggae now becomes a force to be reckoned with. Let them go on with it. It's an invitational genre. It's not limited to just Jamaicans alone. No. So if them do a job and them understand what the Grammy board is looking for or listening for, and then do it, they did it that way. You can't knock the hustle, man. For real. You cannot knock the hustle, my people. I don't think we understand what has happened. This moment of the white world creation of reggae music was of its first without African/black people leadership, pure white reggae, so earned it. For real, not my type of reggae. No, it's not. Yeah, listen. It's in their world because listen, I have hosted a reggae show with. I have seen some band that come on stage like these are the hometown band. I've gone to Colorado. I've gone to this other country. And they have probably 2 Jamaicans on it. And it was 2 big headlines. I think Bojo and Sister Carol was the 2 main Jamaican. But every other band that came on stage was prominently white and have the real bass, drum and bass of reggae. And if you look and see the turnout of the crowd, producer, let's show a look at synopsis of the crowd there that Soja was performing in front of. And this is not just one show, my people. Many stage them youth go upon. This is the fan base them get. So guess what now? They set a precedent in a way. So when the Buju Banton go, when the Coffee go upon a show with them, that's the audience them already are going to be welcome to. Just look the logic side, man. Sometimes, you know, you have to be smart in this game, you know. Look at the audience to them people you appeal to, man. And then you tell me now, how much of our artists them you know can pull that weight by themselves?
My ear before I would leave is the first lines of a poem called Desiderata by Max Ehrman. And the first line is, go placidly amidst the noise and haste, and remember the peace there may be in silence. And he'd hug me and he'd whisper in my ear. He's my best friend and my teacher.
Passionate they are. Pause. Look at the audience, my people. That is just a fraction. And them do that night after night after night. And them don't have the empty stadium. Night after night after night, they don't have an empty stadium. And if you look at the audience, you can tell that these boys here, them boys are clap, them take reggae music to a whole different level. And you have to respect them for what they're doing because them develop something that our artists them back in Jamaica are struggling to have that kind of fan base there. No, let's start the naked truth. Our artists them in Jamaica struggle to have that kind of a fan base. That kind of a fan base. How many of our artists them you know can by themselves, single-handedly, pull out that kind of crowd there? I'm telling you, it's respect the man them for what them a do. Them a do it for them way, the way they know how. But one thing I love, them a represent reggae music. And guess what too? Let me say this to you. At the end of the day, if them say Coffee, we are introduced, we wanted to come on, you know, this leg of the tour with us. That's the audience, that's the potential audience that Coffee can get following her too, you know. That's the potential audience that Spice and Shensia can have following them, you know, ladies side them, you know. Remember, you know, when you see our artists get the international recognition, more times the collab that they have done, you know, with international artists overseas, you know, that help to propel them in that direction, you know. You have to respect Soulja. Blame the Grammy for not recognizing us. For real. Respect Soulja. Put the blame on the Grammy Awards for not recognizing us. They did what they had to do. When they did the album is not about we're going to create an album to get a Grammy. They did the album because them come out of this COVID thing here. So, good album if you really take a chance and listen, take some time and listen to it. It may not be your style of reggae, but me hear one you come out to the song and say, Saturday morning, went to my bed and put on my best shoes and listen, song gone. Reggae, me hear, what do you tell him? Ed Sheeran. I'm at a party that I wanna be at. And I'm not gonna metal the line. So you know, you hear reggae and that. And guess who the pun it? Now Justin Bieber you hear the Jamaican. And when lately, after a little bit after that, me hear Chronics and my girl here, Coffee, flip something. And say, tell the selector if you pull up the sound. Cause what? A reggae beat. The man, they might take it to a next level. How much time you hear DJ Khaled drop something? Khaled is not a Jamaican. And who love reggae like that, the man there? And him drop something and guess what him do? Him have some manners. Convert the music. Just like be the man a cuss boom boom them so them a mash up the business. Why not say Khaled a mash up the business? Why not say that? Why not say Ed Sheeran them a mash up the business? No. Them take it to a whole different level. No, I can't blame Khaled about them. I can't blame youth like Pressure. I can't blame the youth them who is not Jamaican who do this thing here. Them youth they do the way of them. They may not have the authentic sound because they are foreigners, but them come as close to it as they can and do it the best way they know how to develop a fan base like what you saw just now. We need to understand the assignment. This is how we are going to get it right. For real. Now, I'm going to drop this comment real quick by an announcer. I like to hear when he make his comment and his opinion on current issues. Let me just roll dice real quick on this because time is of the essence. Take a listen to this.
Yeah, man, so just like the rest of Jamaica, the entire Jamaican music fraternity and the entire Jamaican population generally, we're in a shock, yeah, and we are surprised that the American reggae band named Soulja, S-O-J-A, they won the 2022 Reggae Grammy for the best reggae album. Yeah, it's a set of white American youth, seen, come from Upper Virginia, I think, and it's not a new band, them about long time I play reggae music and I sell reggae music and I billboard reggae music and I tour the world. I play reggae music long time. See? So obviously, the Jamaican music fraternity in an uproar. Yeah, me not wrong them either. Yeah, see, but what we can understand though, when we hear about the Jamaican nominees for the Grammy, when we hear about Etana, we hear about Jesse Royal and Gramps Morgan and Spice, we never hear nothing mentioned about this man here. Eh? So this band did get nominated and nobody never mentioned it. Not a good look though. I mean personally, yeah, we can understand the disappointment of the local music fraternity. I mean, reggae music is supposed to be Jamaica's music, indigenous music. See, and we are here to talk long time, say Jamaica slowly but surely lose reggae music. See, well, this is probably the proverbial nail in the coffin right now. See, it's a reggae band from America. I said a white dude them. But it look like about 8 or 9 of them. Since them win the Grammy, I listen to some of the album itself will win the Grammy. And yeah, you see why the rhythm, them get the rhythm section, authentic rubber dub reggae rhythm them play. No? See? But other than that though, you see the messaging and the lyrics them and the singing, very ordinary. Imitation reggae, them myself. Casco reggae. I'm telling you the truth. Yeah, we understand why people upset say them win the Grammy. See? But I tell you this about something like the Grammy Awards, you know. You see, any process will involve a set of people sit down around a table and in a room, lock the door, and decide, say, them go and select what is the best piece of artistic work, the best musical album, the best piece of art, the best this and the best that. That process will be rife with questions and suggestions and innuendos. Not the best process, especially in an era like artistic expression. Yeah? It's not like them use some kind of empirical, unquestionable data, you know, and say, right, this album was the best reggae album last year. Yeah? It's a kind of closed society thing where you have to join the academy and then them have this designated group where sit down in a corner and them just look at the nominees and them do couple of them, the wise men of music, me call them, sit down and decide, say, this is the best reggae album for 2021, whenever the period is. Eh? That can always call in a question. See? And sometimes I wonder, you know, why is it that Jamaican have to seek some kind of acceptance from the Grammy? If we say, yeah, this is the best reggae album or that is the best reggae artist for the year. I think maybe we should try and stage our national reggae awards, our international reggae awards. Include people who produce reggae music all over the world. But this thing where we have to depend upon the Grammy Awards for legitimacy and for acceptance, it don't look good. See, especially when these awards are chosen at the whims and fancy of a set of man we sit down and lock up in a room. I don't know. See, be very wary of a set of people we lock up in a room and decide, say, this is the best song, you know. Music is subjective, you know. Creative work or subjective work, you know. So this thing, I am not a big fan of the Grammy still, you know. If I say it myself. I am not a big fan of awards generally because I want me to say, this thing where a set of people just sit down and decide, say, you are the best and you are the best. It's nonsense, you know. See, people with them typical biases and them prejudices and them preferences, who are they? Them not no more perfect than anybody else with them agendas and them motives. See, so to me, awards is neither here nor there. It's just because people excited about award. But me, I am a reward man, you know. Give me my reward. We don't need the award thing is a set of man decide. See, and there are stuff that people do in the artistic world that are better meters of your success. See, than some award where a man sit down around a table and decide for you. See, with that being said though, if since I'm going to maintain that kind of dependence on organizations like the Grammy, right, if you legitimize them and make them feel like them and do some proper work, since the reggae artists are going to feel like continue with that connection there, they don't need to step up in the game. See, as we say, me listen to this album we win the Grammy and I am not overly impressed. It's like some imitation reggae with some imitation reggae lyrics. One of the songs that me hear all the white dude them a sing about welcome to Jamaica. Me I say wait, them man live in Jamaica and them a welcome people to Jamaica. See, I was reading even an interview with one of the lead singer, I think, where he was talking about how much influence Bob Marley had on the formation of the group and the direction of the group and all. It is obvious. We don't hear them have that typical white sound. See, when one sound authentic, one sound Jamaican. It's a imitation reggae group. And we feel it's an indictment on the local reggae music. Some of them reggae musicians, you know, well, like the Jamaican reggae musician, them are talking, you know, well, like point finger at dancehall, you know, as if say dancehall is the worst thing could have to reggae music. Eh? See some imitation white man from America, you know, see, come out, do know, at what you are supposed to be better at. Yeah, we're supposed to be best, to be the best at producing authentic reggae, rubber dub reggae. See, hardcore reggae. Yeah, and see someone come put a little album together there. See, sing some song. I try sound like I try sound like Bob Marley. I try identify with the struggles out of which reggae music was born. And I force the feeling there and I project themselves like them live the reggae experience. And them get accepted and win the Grammy. Albeit by an American organization in the Grammy Awards, you know. But it is what it is. That are the risk gonna run when you don't pin on the hopes See, for legitimacy and acceptance from a set of foreigners. This outcry about this reggae Grammy this year, I hope it motivates and inspires the Jamaican stakeholders in a reggae music now. We probably try and organize an award for themselves. Eh? The Grammys is an American award, you know. See, so I suppose there'll be a built-in bias towards American artists and American performers. See? So probably it don't make no sense to not throw up on the arms and a ball and a quarrel and a mope and a grow about the reggae and who them choose to be them reggae Grammy winner, you know. Probably we need to do our own or stop depending on them so much for validation. Yeah? We have depend on the American Grammy Awards for validation too much for reggae music. Where them man know about reggae music? Where them know about reggae music? I mean, if I saw, you know, but me don't know, me not too work up over it. See, me see people work up over it. Me, as me say, me listen to the album, if it up to me, them not sound more legitimate than Itana and Gramps Morgan and the rest of people who get nominated. The dancehall aspect of it now is different because maybe, you know, I figure the dancehall artists will be always up against it. But they've won in the past. We have Beanie win Grammy, Shaggy win Grammy, Shabba win Grammy. So dancehall artists win Grammy. But me feel, me can understand the people that feel like it's a slap in the face. But as me say, me no place a lot of credence for them something. There's some 10 or 12 or even a dozen wise men and wise women sit down in a room and decide which set of artistic work better. Joke thing, a people judge art, impact, sound out the road, run art. But as me say again, this group a do reggae music long time, and I sell reggae music long time, and I chart reggae music billboard long time. So maybe it's not such a big surprise. See, and we have to decide what we are doing. You know, Jamaica to follow fashion these days, you know. We feel with the richness of Jamaican culture and Jamaican music, we're too dependent on other people for validation, brother. See, Jamaican culture so rich. We never supposed to wait till we see Barbados. See, as a republic now, we jump up and talk about republic. We never supposed to wait till we see other people that decriminalize ganja. For we come now and say, yes, finally we are decriminalized ganja. We need to show more leadership in the world because of the pound for pound power of our culture and especially our music. See, I think this thing with the Grammy now is an extension of that. It's an extension of that followership where we are do rather than the leadership where we are after. See? So big up the youth and with them name Soldier. I have a locks to you know, man. Them white, you know them white crusty locks where crumble up like them actually look like Bob Marley. I saw them look, you know.
Loving views. Loving views. Loving views all day, every day. I'm sitting and listen to him views because it makes sense. Some I agree with, some I disagree with. One, so if we create our own genre, I still, you said Jamaican love for follow. So if we create our own Grammys now, it look like a follow we are follow. So I kind of disagree with that. But I also agree that we should have been doing this long time, have this prestigious award in Jamaica, where of course we invite international musicians that love and support reggae, such as Soldier, to be a part of that too, and we can grade them and say, yes, you get nominated for this because of the work we do outside of the culture. But we need to own it up and grab it up and own it up. I tell you this, we don't need that kind of validation from no organization. We don't need it from nobody. Whether them want respect we or not. Them not no respect for we, and we know that for years. Furthermore, even the record label where the whole of them are try fight for go, boy, I'm more sign with that label and that label here. Yo, listen, sometimes I have to get to the mind of the game and understand the assignment. And here's why I say that, my people. Bob Marley is one of the greatest name in a reggae music. Sometimes when you say reggae, a Bob, it's like you say track and field, you say Usain Bolt. It's like if you say broadcasting, you say TC. Listen to me, I say Tuno. Is Bob Marley the man where propel that thing upon an international level? No other artist has ever done it. Over the 40 odd years, this man is dead and gone. And nobody no reach to the bar where this man is set all now. And him never get a Grammy Award. Him never get a Grammy Award. So that means him never need that validation there. Him never need that. Because his mission was totally different. His mission was about unifying you and making people come together. Breaking down the injustice we are going around the world. His mission is different. So you understand, Baba one of the biggest ever, even bigger than most rappers, most R&B artists, you name it. Baba one of the biggest musician worldwide. Which musician you know that you can name and say, why the brother had come and him talk about peace, and this is what he did, and this is what his song has done. Which musician you know in our world that ever done that? Name me one beside Bob. Not even the man with the power with Bob. Just name one musician where you know. Let's say Tupac. What impact Tupac in our rap community? Most people that say Tupac, right? Let's talk about R&B. Who you know that R&B? Don't call R. Kelly name either, you know. Because you're going to drop the ball if you call R. Kelly name. Alright, we could talk about the country. Which country artist you know, if you're a country music lover fan, that you know that bring the world together, that liberate a country to get them independence. Which artist you know? One artist in our world. One. Nobody can name that even half. One artist and a Bob Marley. Never get a Grammy yet. Never. And who big like him? No musician in our world no big like that brother there. Elvis, call Elvis name. What you say, Michael? Michael, you say, you call Michael name big. Like Bob, we bring people, we unify people, we talk about things, we inspire and empower people. Michael did have to go take a page out of Bob book. Remember that. When him go Jamaica, you know who him go hang with when him go Jamaica. Is a page out of Bob book him go take. So let me tell you this, my people. When you really stop and check the levels of where this man are there or what where him gone, the bar set too high. And the musician will try to reach now got jump by the time them reach. But the man have never gotten a Grammy Award. While him alive. All of the accolades the man get when the man pass off. For real. But I'm just saying that to say this. You will fight for that now. There's more meaning things where you can use the music for do. You see, you have some man, you can't blame nobody that love the genre and want to do the genre, whichever way or how them fit to do it to please their fan base. And doing it and make money out of it, them understand the assignment. Them understand the reason why them come in there and do it. And they did it. Them and them get all Grammy feed. Can't say nothing about that. Can't not them. Big up yourself, soldier. Do the thing. Whether them want to call no fake rasta or whether them want to call no, me I tell you this. The crowd on the pull, some of the authentic man them we are the reggae, they even get a club, a little club, a hall with that. Don't forget the all with that. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are confused about how the Grammy has been chosen and how them recognize who are the reason why they awarded this person, I'm going to show this clippings right now real quick before we end this show. Take a look. This is how the Grammy is chosen, ladies and gentlemen. All right? The Submission Recording Academy members and record companies enter recording and music videos releases between September 1st, 2019 to August 31st, 2020. So it gets like a 1-year span, so to speak. Now they have a screening submission too, are reviewed by more than 350 experts. You hear them call them? Expert in various fields to ensure entries meet specific qualification and have been placed in appropriate field. Now nominating first round ballots are sent to voting members in good dues standing. Now, special nominating committees, they have different committees. For specializing categories, final nominations are determined by National Nominations Review Committee, which consists of voting members from all of the Academy's chapter cities. Now listen, the chapters and the academies, and who are those persons? They call them expert, as you can see. Now the final voting, final round ballot are sent to voting members in good dues standing. Now the results are unknown until the Grammy Award ceremony. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. So if you are wondering who is part of the committee and who can vote, now the Recording Academy consists of trustees, officers, trustees and chapters. The 4 trustees officers are Harvey Mason Jr. Who is that? I don't know. You have to go Google yourself. The chair, Tommy Hort. The vice chair, Terry Hemmings. Secretary/treasurer, Christine Albert. The chair, people, them and all, unless it's not Jamaican name call up in this yet. Now, if you're interested in becoming a voting member, you can learn about the Recording Academy membership and how to join. So that is how Freedom Organization run, ladies and gentlemen. May I look for names like, remember, 350 persons themselves. So who knows? In different categories, you may have a Ziggy Marley. The fact that Bob left a legacy, you may have a Ziggy Marley name in the reggae part, and in the hip hop part, them have a few members, and maybe a LL Cool J is a part of that, or a Busta Rhyme, you know what I mean? And maybe in the country, that's why it add up to 350. So I know when they say them have 350 persons, it may say, oh, that's a lot, but it's different genres, and they may have like 5, 6, or 10 persons per genre, why it add up to so much. But that, if you're wondering how them come about to do that, that's their process, that's their protocol, that's their assignment. Now, what is it that they're listening in order for you to be nominated? Because there's a whole heap of album released between September 1st to of this year to August 20th the following year. Now, all those albums, how do we sieve it out? The members, they are the one that goes through it all, my people. So, again, that is how the cookie crumbles. That's my time here. I'll give you a brata. We give 15 minutes extra today. Thank you so very much. Sometimes when the topic is so good, we have to elaborate a little bit and go through some more. I'm going to close the show with a video from Soja again. You know what I mean? I've just enough respect to the man them for doing something that they're passionate about and doing it, at least covering it the way as close as they think it may sound original. Me have to blame the man them where we're bad pan it, but them still not do it the right way. Meaning, go about it the business way. You know what I mean? So big up on yourself. Everybody love and respect. And I thank you all for the comments in the chat room. Love the positive reasoning. And I love the way the chat room just mad on both platforms, the Facebook, the YouTube, the FlexFM.online. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you guys so very much. Until tomorrow, when we have World Premiere Wednesday, hopefully a World Premiere song can get nominated for a Grammy soon. And we discover it right here on FLEXX FM World Premiere. If you want to be a sponsor for FLEXX FM World Premiere Wednesday, it's easy. Call us at 954-729-2082. Or this number is right here in the description. Just call us and find out how you can be a sponsor of World Premiere Wednesday. All right? With that being said, have yourself a great Tuesday. And I'll see you here again tomorrow, 12 to 2. Not 2:15, but 12 to 2. All right? When we have more discussion on interesting topics. Here is Soja, ladies and gentlemen. Right now.
The tour bus is pulling up to every city, and now my old friends are still the ones who playing with me. And every single song that I sing, I'm still smiling. Remember that the journey is all about the timing. I can see it in the past, like I feel it in my mind. I hear it in the roots and the song press rewind. Take me to the truth like the very first time. I fell in love with music. Music, feel alive, it's in the beat that my heart still plays. I smell it in the weed at the dawn of the day. I was 14, but the vibe still stays. I'm still in love with music. Music, yeah.
Alright, so we talk about the music. Man, I listen sound clash from it on 9. Jaro, Chupa, Black Cat, Panther. And I one big clash from 95. Radigan, Stone Love, Rari. I them if you know about Materan, King of this, Base of the Six, Ninja Race in Peace. Massive E, Bobby, Colors and Jabba. Wanna split them time, they know, brother. Don't play the league from Cat, they don't dada. Can't forget them time, never roll. How time I roll. But I'm still in love with music. Music.
I can see it in the past like I feel it in my mind. I hear it in the roots and the song press rewind. Take me to the truth like the very first time I fell in love with music. Music, feel alive, it's in the beat that my heart still plays. I smell it in the weed at the dawn of the day. I was 14, but the vibe still stays. I'm still in love with music, music, yeah.
Time I heard it, reggae caught my full attention. Healed me from my sorrows, filled my cup with inspiration. Infectious sound helped me hold my feet to the ground when temptation stick his neck out. No, them can't penetrate through my surroundings. Different seas to the island culture there. Music, chewy bones and atmosphere. Connection with the soul is something rare. Let's just spoke the truth, made us aware. No other way to the line, gotta feel it. Every single day, work hard, gotta feel it. Come on and on, let's celebrate the life with us.
I said it in the past like I feel it in my mind. I hear it in the roots and the song press rewind. Take me to the truth like the very first time I fell in love with music. Music, feel alive, it's in the beat that my heart still plays. I smell it in the weed at the dawn of the day. I was 14, but the vibe still stays. I'm still in love with